Hi, my name is Elvis, owner of Emergency Management Restoration. Today, we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons why it is a smart idea to start a property preservation business today. This is the month of July 2022. I mentioned that time and date because some people have asked, is today a good time to start a property preservation business? What they actually are saying is, we know that in 2008, when the market crashed, that it was an excellent time to start a property preservation business or property inspection business. But then the question becomes, is it a smart idea to start a property preservation business today in 2022? The answer is astoundingly yes, absolutely. And I'm going to give you 3 good reasons why. Number 1, starting a business period is a great idea. If you're tired of working a 9 to 5, being a W-2, having a glass ceiling, dealing with different things of the dynamics of being an employee, a W-2, as opposed to a 1099, an independent contractor, you already know some of the life-changing differences between the two. At a 9 to 5, you are going to earn a cap, and that cap is going to be determined by someone else. We're not bashing jobs. I'm not here to bash jobs. Not everyone is designed or cut out to be a business owner. It's not for the meek at heart. It's not for the tender individuals who have limited thinking capacity. Being a business owner is not like working on an assembly line, where you're doing one particular task all day long and that's all you do. And so your understanding in your mind is like this. You know, you can't see to one side of you, can't see to the other side of you. All you see is the task that you were assigned to do. You can't see the big picture. Being a business owner, you see the big picture. It is a beautiful time to start a property preservation business. Let's talk about the top 3 reasons why it is intelligent, smart, wise, savvy, forward-thinking to start a property preservation business today in 2022. So we're going to start with the number 3 reason why starting a property preservation business is a great idea. The number 3 reason why is self-esteem. I know you say, self-esteem? Who cares about self-esteem? Well, self-esteem plays a really big part. Here's why. Imagine this. You're out shopping with your girlfriend. You're at a plaza, and you see a sign in a plaza window. It says, lease available. And you, for whatever reason, you don't know what made you do it. You go over and you put your head up to the window and you look inside the window. And you think to yourself, boy, this would really be a nice bakery that I've always dreamed about, having a bakery, right? I'm just using this as an example. And you take the number down on the phone and you call the person and they say, it costs X. I'll even give you 3 months in advance at no cost. They say everything right. At that point, your mind is like, oh my goodness, I could possibly start this bakery business that I have always been wanting to start. You see the idea? So now your mind has jumped from being a W-2 to being an independent contractor. You understand? So I used the example of a bakery, but we're talking about property preservation, right? In the business mindset, your self-esteem is pumped up You are pumped, whether you're doing property preservation or you're a seamstress or you're a lawn care or you're a handyman. You are now in a mental shift. Your mind shifts. Now you've taken your idea that you had in the past and you've taken it a step forward. And now you've launched a business. Your self-esteem is out the roof. Is out the roof. That's number 3 reason for starting a property preservation business today. Your self-esteem will be unstoppable. You're going to stand up straight. You're going to, always press yourself down and make yourself presentable, because your mental concept has changed. Your posture is going to change, and you're going to stand erect, and you're going to be in a right, strong state of mind. And that's the most important ingredient in being a business owner. Okay? That's benefit number 3. Benefit number 2. Benefit number 2 is a little bit more, let's call it political. It's called essential. You ever heard that word, essential? During 2008 to about 2010 or 11, America experienced a real estate bubble burst, right? Thousands of houses went on the market at the same time, right? Well, what brought that to existence? Many things that are beyond my understanding. You have to be a realtor to kind of really talk that language. I'm not a realtor. I'm a contractor, all right? So this is what I do know. The same characteristics that took place in 2008 is taking place in 2022. The same houses that were once in the lower income neighborhoods was once $75,000. Today, in 2022, they're $375,000. You understand? In 2008, the houses that were once $75,000 were $250,000. You see the difference? A $75,000 house jumps to a $275,000 house in 2008. In 2022, a $75,000 house is now worth $375,000. You see the comparison? What happened shortly after that? The market crashed. And then guys like myself, property preservation vendors, were in high demand. And we made fantastic revenue. We generated significant revenue. The difference though now is that in 2022, we had what was called COVID-19. And I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. COVID-19 stopped a lot of businesses that would have otherwise been thriving. COVID-19, the government shut stuff down. Some businesses had to close their doors permanently as a result of them being closed for an extended period of time. But property preservation is considered an essential business. What does that mean? Essential, it means that it's necessary, it's important, it's critical, it's required to have the maintenance of our society. If all the neighborhoods only saw boarded up, abandoned, grass growing all over the place, trees growing all over the houses, our economy would collapse very rapidly. So the government, HUD, Housing Urban Development, they invested into the properties. They bailed the banks out in 2008. It is showing that the same indicators that took place in 2008 are occurring today in 2022. So here's what this means. When you become a property preservation business, and if the same indicators that took place in 2008 occur in 2022 and the market crash, they're going to need property preservation vendors to maintain the properties, because the government, the leaders of our political society cannot afford to have all of the number of affected neighborhoods to collapse. It just can't happen, right? So it's essential. You are essential. The garbage still needs to be picked up. Sewage still needs to be maintained. Electricity still needs to be available for our society to run. Emergency medics, these people still need to be working, and property preservation vendors and contractors maintaining properties still need to be available and working. It's essential. You get it? You understand now? The number one reason why it's a smart idea to start a property preservation business today in July 2022. You ready for it? Let's get a drum roll. Brrr, boom. Recession proof. That's right, I said it. A property preservation business is a recession proof business. What does that mean? Well, it means a lot of things to a lot of different people. But essentially, when many individuals are out of work and many individuals can't go to work, one, because the government may have shut that particular business down because of a virus, or whatever reason, martial law, whatever the reason is, certain things must be maintained, even in hard times, even in times where there's lack. Certain things need to be maintained, and our environment, roads, streets, schools, hospitals, things of these types must be maintained. Your home needs to be maintained. It's connected to your well-being. Don't maintain the home, don't maintain the road, don't maintain the important links to life, can't call fire departments. You get the idea. Chaos, total chaos. We can't, the government can't allow that to occur. So, property preservation vendors are going to be required to maintain these properties. And if you're already on board and you're already doing property preservation business, starting putting the pieces together now, hey, you're grandfathered in. When I say grandfathered in, when the SHIT hits the fan, you're already in. You already got your business established. You already kind of know what's going on. And it's a matter of adding more business to your workload. All right, so let's review. The 3 top benefits, reasons, encouraged ideas to start a property preservation business is you're going to build your self-esteem. You're going to change the way you examine life. As a business owner, a successful business owner, you examine life differently. You're like, okay, you become something natural where you're like, okay, I'm in charge and I got to do this. I got people dependent on me. And your mental state changes. You become a different person. You examine life completely different, right? The next is you take comfort in knowing that what you're doing is adding value to your block that you live on, to your community, and to our society as a whole. And finally, when the SHIT hits the fan, you're already doing the game, baby. You're already in it. Just keep rocking and rolling and growing your business. And when we come out of that recession period, moment, you'll have experienced that you've endured a major catastrophic event in our history. I've endured the first bubble burst in 2008. I started my business in 2005. Been doing property preservation business since. I've gone through some storms. What storms? Well, I've gone through the 2008 storm, I've gone through the Katrina storm, and I've gone through the BP oil spill. I've been involved in all 3 of those catastrophic events. So I know a little something, and I'm trying to tell you the top 3: self-esteem building, being essential and recession proof. Recession proof, that's a video all by itself, baby. You know what I know. The only thing you need to do now, get to stepping. You need to make some moves. See you in the next video.